Good morning. As we go to the Chitas of today, we're holding the new Parsha, Parshas Koirach, which is in the book of Numbers, chapter 16, verse number 1. Vayikach Koirach, and Koirach took Ben Yitzhar, Ben Kahas, Ben Levi, the son of Yitzhar, the son of Kahas, the son of Levi, V'dasan Aviram, and Dasan Aviram, Bnei Eliav, the son of Eliav, Ein Ben Peles, Bnei Ruvain, and Ein Ben Peles, the son of Ruvain. Rashi says, "Vayikach Perach Pashazu Yafin Adresh Medrash Tanchuma." If you want to see the beautiful explanation, the background explanations of this Pasha, go to the Medrash Tanchuma. Vayikach Perach. Rashi took himself to one side to dislocate himself from the congregation to contest the appointment of Aaron HaKohen to the Kohuna. And that means that Rashi is explaining the word vayikach. What's the meaning of the word when it says vayikach? So the word comes, vayikach, goes to come from his spalig. He separated himself from the congregation to persist in dispute. Similarly, ma yikach loch, as it says, you can find in other verses, as what do you take yourself? Vayikach keirach. What also Rashi says? It says he attracted the heads of Sanhedrin. Amongst them were as it says, I'm sorry, with amicable words, he convinced them to get involved in this argument. Similarly, take Aaron, take words with you. Ben Yitzhar, Ben Kos, Ben Levi. Rashi says the verse does not mention that he was ultimately a great grandson of Yaakov Avinu, because Yaakov Avinu prayed not to be mentioned in connection with this argument. As it says, my honor shall not be joined to their assembly. So where was ultimately where Yaakov's name was mentioned? So you look in the Sefer in Divrei Yomim, it says that where it brings out the genealogy of the tribe of Kos, and it says that the family Kos traces service of Levium, the platform of the temple. It says the son of Korach, the son of Itzar, the son of Kahas, the son of Levi, the son of Israel. Thus of Avinan, since the tribe of Reuben settled to the south, when they camped, thus being neighbors of Korach and his children, who also camped in the south, they joined with Korach in his rebellion. Woe is to the wicked, and woe is to his neighbor. So that's why, like a good neighbor, you should have a good neighbor. Shachein Tov. Now, what made Korach decide to quarrel with Moshe? What woke him up suddenly? He envied the leadership of Elitzaphan, the son of Aziel, who Moshe Rabbeinu appointed as the Nasi, the chieftain, over the sons of Kahas. By divine will, self-understood. Korach claimed, my father and his brothers were 4 in number. As it says, the sons of Kahas were, Amram was the first. So his Amram, the oldest of my grandfather, took two greatness. 2 sons received greatness. One a king and one the Kohen Gadol. Who is entitled to receive the second position? Not me. I'm from the Yitzhar, who was the second to the brother of Amram. And yet, Moshe Rabbeinu appointed the son of his youngest brother. So therefore, I think this is a family, this is more inside job, so to say, politics. And therefore, I come and oppose him and invalidate his words. What do? He went and assembled 250 men, which were the heads of Sanhedrin. These were great rabbis, most of them from the tribe of Reuben and his neighbor. These were Litzur, the son of Shadur, and his colleagues, and others like him. And it said, as it says, that there were leaders of the congregation, those who were called to the assembly. And it says, these are the chosen amongst the congregation. He dressed them in cloaks made of entirely blue wool. They came and stood before Moshe and asked, does a garment that is entirely blue wool require tzitzis, or is it exempt? He replies, the fringes, the corner, fringes, you still need one blue tzitzis. And they said that's ridiculous. If you have a whole garment of blue, why you need a one? And then if one's made entirely of blue, why you need white? And there's many other things they challenged Moshe Rabbeinu. First, they wanted to show that Moshe Rabbeinu doesn't know the law, and this is all brought down in Tanchumah. Bnei Ruvain, who were the sons of Ruvain? Dasav Avida and Vaim ben Pelas. They come from Moshe. They stood before Moshe. There were 250 of them. The Sia Ada, they were the leaders of the community. Kriyam Moye, they were the ones who were called to the gatherings. Anshe Shem, men of repute. Vayikol Moshe and they gathered against Moshe. Vayem Aleim, and they said to him, Rav Lachem, taking too much upon yourself. The entire congregation is holy. Hashem, and in their midst is God. Why are you raising yourself, becoming a knacker over the congregation of God? Rashi says you're taking too much greatness. Kulam Kadeshim, all of them heard the words of the commandments at Sinai. We're all equal here. If you're taking kingship for yourself, okay. You should not have chosen Kuna for your brother. Not only you heard at Sinai, I am the Lord your God. Entire congregation. Moshe heard, and he fell on his face. Rashi says, why did he fall on his face? Because of rebellion, machlekes. But this was already their fourth offense. When they sinned with the calf, Moshe pleaded. By the episode of the complaining, Moshe prayed. With the spies, Moshe prayed. Now comes Kairach. Became disheartened. Literally, his hands were weakened. This is comparable to a prince who sinned against his father, and his father's friends made happy the king on his behalf once, twice, 3 times. When he offended the 4th time, the friend said, what do you want for my life? How much more can I trouble the king and keep on using me out? Perhaps he'll no longer accept my petition. And he spoke to Kairach, Moshe Rabbeinu pleaded with Kairach and his entire congregation. Lamer, Boike, let's wait till the morning. And the Abish will show who is his. As HaKadosh and who he made holy. Will bring him closer to him. And those who he chooses, he'll draw near to him. Now she says, now the time of shikras. They had dinner, and everybody is drinking wine. So it's improper. Let's wait till tomorrow. So his real reason was, maybe he'll push it off till tomorrow. They'll calm down. Beika v'yeda la'aveda or la'viyah, who the Eibusha chooses. As HaKadosh l'kuhuna, to holiness. V'hikrev elav oisay melev, to them near to him. Tiger Uncle proves this, that it's referring to both the Levites and the Kahanim. Where he renders the first phrase, he'll bring them close to him, and the second phrase, he'll bring them close to his service. So the close to him is the Kahanim. Close to his service is the Levim. The Medrash interprets Boiker, morning, rather than Machar, tomorrow, is Moshe Rabbeinu said to Kairach, the Holy One, blessed be He, has assigned boundaries to the world. Boiker, He made the Boiker, He made the evening. Are you able to transform morning into evening? This is how it's possible for you to undo this. It's nothing to do with me. The Eibishter wanted Adam to be the Kohen. I never chose Adam to be Kohen. Adam actually never chose himself to be the Kohen. The Eibishter chose him to be the Kohen. You have any complaints? You have no complaints against him. You have a complaint against God. This is not an argument against me. So that's this is how it's possible to do this. The evening was the morning. He separated Vayavdal. Adam was been separated. Adam, go complain to God. So therefore, if we're going to go argue this argument, we're going to go argue this argument to God. Therefore, this is what you should do. You want to be a Kohen? The most precious service in the Beis Hamikdash of a Kohen is the Ketores. So therefore, every one of you will take a Ketores. We'll all do the Ketores offering. Everybody take a pan And let's see if God will accept your ketores. She says, why did he seek to do this thing? Where did it come up with that one? He said, amongst the nations, there are various forms of worship and many priests, and they all gathered in one temple. We, however, have one God, one ark, one Torah, one altar, one Kohen Gadol. But you want 250 men to be Kohen Gadol. Okay, so you want to go that way. Abish doesn't want that way, but you want to go that way. I prefer that. I do prefer that. Truth is, we know Moshe Rabbeinu wanted to be the Kohen Gadol. He wanted to be the Kohen Gadol. Abish only gave him to be a Kohen Gadol for 7 days. So I too prefer here, take for yourself the service most dear is the service of the ketores incense, more cherished than any other sacrifice. The Gemara says that they used to get one kohen, only one kohen everyone in his lifetime, and later on with a lot of kohanim to do the ketores. It was like a very, very cherished avodah, the avodah saketores, to bring the incense in the Beis Hamikdash. But you should know, but it contains a date. But you should know that it's dangerous since it's very cherished. Then not everybody, those who don't belong there, should not do it. Which is not a aviyah were burnt. We know that they brought a zara, they brought a sacrifice which is unclean. But you think that that God chose you. If you think that God chose you, you're doubting my choices. So let's see what happens. And that's whom the Lord chooses the holy be, meaning that he will already in a state of holiness. It's obvious the one who is chosen is the Holy One. And Moshe told them, I am telling you so that you should not be found guilty. For one who chooses will survive, the rest of you will die. It's fascinating that Moshe Rabbeinu told them the facts of life, and they still chose it. That showed that they really felt that they were right. Take a vessel, create a vessel, that everybody will have a pan, and tomorrow you'll come to the Beis Hamikdash, and we will do the Ma'aseh Ketores. 250 people will do the Ma'aseh Ketores. See what happens. Usnu be'em meish, put in them fire, v'simaleng ketores, put upon a ketores. Now Hashem before God. God chooses you. Macha, tomorrow. Hashem, the one that God chooses, who are Kadesh. That's the one who is holy. Rav Lachem b'nei Levi. You've taken upon yourself the sons of Levi. Too much. Rav Lachem, Rashi says, the Midrash interpreters, I have told you a very great thing. Were they not fools? We warned them about that, and they still took upon themselves to offer this incense. They sinned at the cost of their lives. As it says, the censors of these who sinned at the cost of their lives. Well, what did Kairach, who was astute, see to commit this folly? What was the matter with him? His vision deceived him. Kairach had a vision. He was a prophet. And he saw something in the future. He saw prophetically a chain of great people descending from him. He saw that he would have ultimately a great-great-great-grandson that was called Shmuel HaNavi. And the Gemara, the Torah says that Shmuel was as great as the Moshe Rabbeinu in his generation. So Kairach said, for his sake, he said, listen, if I have such great prodigy, it's impossible that I'm not going to stay alive. And he also saw 24 watches of Levim emanating from his grandsons, all prophesying through the Holy Spirit, as it says, the sons of Cherem. He said, is it possible that all the general greatness is destined to emanate from me and I shall remain silent? Therefore, he participated in rebellion to reach that level, for he had heard from Moshe that they will all perish and one would escape death. The one to whom the Lord chooses, he will be holy. He heard to think that it was referring to him. He, however, did not see properly, for his sons repented, as the Torah tells us, that right before as they were going down the grave, Kairach's sons repented. They did tshuva, and they were saved. And Moshe Rabbeinu saw that. So even though Kairach was a Navi, Moshe Rabbeinu was a greater Navi. And he saw that Kairach was making, and understood that Kairach was making a mistake. And therefore he warned him. He told him, you're not going to make it. Rav Lechem, God the Dava, God the Talton. Simple temptation, you're taking a great task upon yourself to rebel against the Holy One, blessed be. Moshe Rabbeinu turned to Kairach and he said, please listen, the sons of Levi. He began to speak to them softly to him. But when he saw that Kairach was adamant, Moshe Rabbeinu thought, before the other tribes join him and perish with him, I'll speak with them, with all of them. And began to exhort them, saying, listen to me, the sons of Levi. Is it not enough that God separated you, distinguished you, Madas Yisrael? To bring him closer to you. To do the service in the Mishkan. Hashem, to stand before the congregation. When did he stand before the congregation? L'shir, aladuchen, to sing on the platform in the Beis Hamikdash. He brought close to you your brothers, and all he brought close to you, Kairach, and all your brothers, Bnei Levi, the children of Levi. Itach with you, begashtem gan kona. It's not enough, and now you want the kahuna also. Now she says, service in which he has distanced the rest of the congregation of Israel. Therefore, your entire company, your entire congregation that are assembled here against God. You're not assembled against Aaron, you're assembled all against God. What are you arguing against Aaron? Aaron had no involvement in this. Rashi said, because of this, you and your entire company who are assembled with you are against the Lord. For I acted as a messenger of God to give Aaron the Kahuna. You have nothing. So therefore, this rebellion is not with us, but with God. Verse 12, then Moshe Rabbeinu sent messengers to Dasan Aviram, Bnei Eliyav. He called them. He said, let's come to the Beis Medrash. Come and we'll talk this thing out. And they said, we will not go up. Rashi says, here we derive that one should not persist in a dispute. Moshe taught them how to consolidate them, peaceful word. Moshe Rabbeinu was not looking for any arguments. He wanted to bring peace. Their own mouths caused them to stumble. That was their downfall. They said to it, it's not enough that you brought us out of the land of flowing of milk and honey. Here they called Mitzrayim, milk and honey. Dasan Aviram were people that argued with Moshe even when he was a teenager in Mitzrayim, and now it's their downfall. Over 40 years later, now their downfall. You brought us out of like a million, you to kill us in the desert, because they knew they were not going into Etzol already. To start a lane, you should exercise authority over us. You're gonna exercise authority over us, what you have done to us. That completes the Chumash for today. Okay, we're holding in the middle of chapter 9, Shari Yichud V'Emunah, and let's continue. The Rebbe is explaining again the concept, trying to give us the explanation, the concept of Chachma, and the way all these things work by us ourselves, the way Chachma comes into Bina, the way wisdom comes into understanding, and the way understanding comes into knowledge, etc. But the Eibush is self-understood, it's above, God is above the concept of wisdom. So much is within the power of the created beings to comprehend. Only the descent from the level of wisdom. Shehidei Shusam, which is the source of every other midah, everything comes out of Chachma. Lamadreges Asiyas Fela, to the level which is the lowest level physicality. Therefore, therefore we say, God by Kadosh Baruch Hu in relation to the Holy One, blessed be He. The level of wisdom is considered exactly as the level of action. So we use this example simply because there's no greater descent in the realm of human experience than the descent of wisdom to action. So we can understand that. Wisdom is totally aloof. Wisdom is like a spiritual thing to a physical thing. So we give that example. The wisdom, look, and we want to compare God also to wisdom in a way. Because look at us, wisdom in our understanding of our concept of the way our spheres work within our realm of understanding. Chachma is taka, wisdom is the most aloof concept. And that's why we call it Chachma, because koyachma, what is it? It's something that's above even real understanding. But in comparison from wisdom to a physical thing, there's a vast place between the two. And lema shuram v'nisa naila ilorav ma'od ma'od deregaschav. That's to say that God is high and exalted and very greatly elevated, even above wisdom. And it's inappropriate to ascribe to Him, to God, anything that pertains to wisdom. Even in a very lofty and sublime form. Meaning, even by doing so, we mean to express how transcendent, that He transcends wisdom. For example, to say of Him, of God, it's beyond the capacity of any higher or lower creature to comprehend His wisdom. I mean, that is explaining the greatness of God. That I can't understand Him. That shows that God is great. That a human being doesn't understand Him. That's not showing any greatness. So even this negative reference to wisdom is inappropriate. It's embarrassing to say that the Eibishter is God is greater than my wisdom. God is greater than anybody's wisdom. What is that? Garnished. It's an embarrassing statement. For comprehension, when you say something is comprehended, pertains and applies to a matter of wisdom and intellect, about which one can say, we can say he can, or he cannot comprehend. Because of the depth of this wisdom. So a person could say, for example, I can't understand the Einstein's theory. It's just too deep for me. Too much for me. I cannot comprehend. I could say, Einstein's theory, but I don't know really the essence of the thing, because he's much deeper than me. He's much more deeper than me. His wisdom is far beyond my wisdom. It's very hard for me to understand that wisdom. So you want to compare the Eibishter to Einstein? The Eibishter can't even say that he's a Chacham. Oh, the only one, blessed be He, who transcends intellect and wisdom. So you cannot even say, you know what? What's the greatness of God that I don't comprehend Him? That's like saying, what's the greatness of Einstein that I don't comprehend him? That is the greatness of Einstein, that I don't comprehend him. Because we're both human beings, and I don't comprehend him. I don't. It's to say that I don't comprehend him is not a greatness of God that I don't comprehend him. Because God is not in the realm of comprehension. If somebody says I cannot comprehend him, it's like saying on a lofty and profound concept that he cannot touch it with his hand. I can't touch this wisdom. Yeah, because wisdom is not untouchable. So it's not a great wisdom to say, I cannot touch wisdom. Stupid statement. I can't touch my soul. Soul's lofty is a godly thing. How can you touch it? So you can say you can't comprehend it, but exactly can't touch it is not a smart statement. So to say the Eibishter, God's wisdom is above my wisdom is a stupid statement, because it's not even the realm of wisdom to say that he's above my wisdom. So Einstein is in the realm of wisdom, and therefore I can say that his wisdom is greater than my wisdom, because it's still in the realm of wisdom. The Eibush is above wisdom. You're not even characterize God as wisdom. Whoever hears this will laugh at him. Say, wow, what a great wisdom. You cannot touch wisdom. What a great statement. I mean, you have to be a genius to say a statement that you cannot grab with your hand wisdom. Everybody can say that. Because the sense of touch, and himself there, I'll see you, gosh, because when you say touch, touch is something on a physical thing. And everybody knows that. You can touch something physical, you can't touch something spiritual. So it's not a great statement. It's not the statement of the century that when a person says, I cannot touch wisdom. It's a joke. So too, the level of intellect and comprehension in relation to God is like considered like a physical action. So therefore, wisdom to God is like touching. So it's like the Eibush is above wisdom. And even the comprehension is superior spiritual, intellectual, the high worlds. Even you say, whoa, maybe the wisdom of the angels, maybe the wisdom of the souls in Atzilus, maybe those worlds do have their wisdom is closer. Even the wisdom of the world of Atzilus, which gives life to everything in the world, is nothing, is like a physical thing to God. And therefore, you cannot even praise him with the wisdom of the world of Atzilus. Says written, everything is made with wisdom. So all creation is rooted in the wisdom of Atzilus. Nevertheless, even the supernal wisdom of Atzilus is considered as a physical thing, action by God. For he transcends it infinitely. It is thus impossible to say that God can or cannot be apprehended through intellect. In so much as intellect and wisdom are not at all but a means of which God can be grasped. But what do? In the Torah, we call God a Chacham. And also the sages also coined, so to say, and said God, Chachma is like the Rambam says, God is the concept of wisdom. And Shumakar Chachma. It's not that God is wisdom. Because we're talking about the source of wisdom. The truth is God is the source of everything. Because everything comes out from God. And Chachma also comes out from God. Therefore, they coined it and they said it in that kind of way. And so too, not only when it comes to wisdom, we coin God that he's merciful. God is merciful. The chassid, and he's a chassid, he's pious. Al Shem Shumaker. Why do we say that God is Rachamim? Because he's a source of Rachamim. Rachamim wouldn't be in existence if there was no God. He's existence of all. The Chen Sharamidis, and so to all attributes. And that's why that Arizal said that God and his attributes are one. Because he can't separate the two. Everything comes from him. And the manner and the nature of the flow of emanation, how and what? If he's a source, how does it become the source? How intellectual and motive actually emanate for the Ein Sof, which is totally transcends them, and exactly what are and how lofty they emanate from him, and how they unite with him, that is known to those who know. That is known to those who know. I don't know those is known to the Sivans. I don't know what that English fancy English word is, but the Hebrew word Yodelim Askilim is known to those who have knowledge.
A savant. A savant.
What is it?
A
Savant.
savant is special mind.
Okay, special mind. Okay,
Special mind. A very special mind.
Very special mind.
Savant.
Surely not me. So therefore, that is known to those that know. And that completes the Tanya of the day. Today is the 29th day. Tomorrow is Rosh Chodesh. Today is the 29th day, which is chapter 140 to chapter 144. If you do those 5 chapters, you do the Chitas of the day. I want to make one mention of Mitcham. Tomorrow, we're going to do Chitas at 8:15, since it's Rosh Chodesh. Davi needs to take a little longer. So we're going to do tomorrow Chitas at 8:15. So too on Tuesday at 8:15. It's 2 days of Chodesh. And I want to invite you all to Mitcham today at 10 a.m. We're going to come and learn Chitas together. We're going to learn Tanya, continue to learn some Chassidus at 10 a.m. at Chabad or on Zoom or whatever. I wish you all a wonderful and beautiful day. We'll see you tomorrow all at 8:15 for sure. We'll continue to learn the Chitas. Have a great day.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to all.
Happy Father's Day. Kiss